During very key events, like the Sanborn incident, when you were buying C's, or when you were buying Berkshire stocks, you persuaded people to sell you their shares when they really didn't want to. What were your 3 keys to influencing people in those specific situations?
I don't think you brought up Sanborn and you brought up C's, and I don't think the C's family. There'd been a death in the C's family. It was Larry C., wasn't it, that died? And he'd been the instrumental, I guess, grandson of Mary C. and the operator. And the rest of the family really didn't want to run the business, so it was put up for sale. And I didn't even hear about it until they'd had one other party that I don't even know who it was, but that they negotiated a deal with, and that it didn't go through. Charlie probably remembers this better than I do, but we certainly, the C family, and Charlie persuaded me to buy it. That we didn't persuade them to sell it. Charlie?
Yeah, we didn't buy anything from any unwilling sellers.
No. And in Berkshire, we started buying that in 1962 in the open market. It had quite a few shareholders. It traded fairly actively, and we bought a lot of stock, and we did buy a couple of key pieces. We bought one from Otis Stanton, who was Seabury Stanton's brother, but Otis wanted to sell. It wasn't the most attractive business in the world. I mean, here was a textile company that had lost money in most of the previous years, and over a 10-year period it had significant losses, and it was a northern textile company. So we bought stock in the market, a lot of stock in the market. We had 2 big blocks from Otis Stanton and from some relatives of Malcolm Chase, but they were happy to sell. I never met, at the time I bought the stock from Otis Stanton, I had never met him, so I delivered no personal sales to him. And the same thing is true of the Chase family, that not Malcolm himself, but some relatives. They sold us a block of 100,000 shares. But we were not out convincing anybody to sell their stock. So there's been very little that I can remember where we talked to Betty Peters about avoiding a transaction we thought was dumb when Wesco was considered merging with Financial Corp of Santa Barbara. I flew out to see her in San Francisco, but she stayed with us. She did not sell her stock and remains a shareholder to this day, 30 plus years, almost 40 years later.